welcome back to Gen Z 101 for Gen Alphas with your Gen Z Big Sis. If you haven't already watched part 1 and 2, I highly suggest you go do so. But if you just want to go to your favorite year, what year you were born, I highly suggest you come and join the ride. And, stay tuned. Let's get started, shall we? Moving on to 2012, 2013, one of the best years of the 2010s, especially the early 2010s. We are now on to the movies, the games, the music, all that. We got Temple Run 2, as I mentioned in the last part, the best mobile game, in my opinion, along with Subway Surfers. These two ruled the App Store back in the day. These two ruled tablets, phones, you name it, tablets and phones, most specifically. And this show even got its own TV show. So, and this game right here got its own TV show. It's really fun, really cool. Highly recommend it. And then we got the movies right here. We got Rise of the Guardian, an underrated classic. Then we got Wreck-It Ralph, and another underrated movie that I feel like not a lot of people talk about. People mostly talk about the second movie because it had the Disney princess in it. But the first one is really good and very emotional, very hard-hitting, especially for a Disney movie. And then we got Frozen, the Frozen craze. Like, everybody knows Frozen. Even, like, the people who were born in 2013 onwards know about Frozen, okay? Coming in with games and movies, we also have music. The music era during this time was amazing. Ariana Grande debuted her first album, Yours Truly, during this time. Like, her first album is super underrated. Like, it's super clean compared to all the other albums she came with afterwards. Then we got All of Me by John Legend, like love song of the century, in my opinion. Then we got Vine. This was our TikTok. This was like, you had to make a video like in 10 seconds or less. And then if your video went viral, you would be on the Ellen Show or the Jimmy Fallon Show during this time. Like, that's how popular Vine was during that time. Then we got K-pop during this time. BTS debuted in 2013, in June of 2013. They came out with their first single, No More Dream, which is such a good debut single. And they were all wearing black during this time. They were trying to be edgy all during this time, but now they're all super fluffy and being like, love yourself, Boraye. But before we got BTS, we also had the year before that, we got Gangnam Style. Everybody and their mother was dancing to Gangnam Style, okay? This was everywhere. You could not escape it, and nobody even knew this was Korean. Like, people liked K-pop before K-pop became what it is today. Then we got It's Not a Bad Thing to Fall in Love, like, by Justin Timberlake. This was the song. This was my jam. Then we got Duolingo, the most annoying language bird in the world. You can't escape this bird. Every notification, every 5 minutes, like, can you chill? Can you lay low for a second? Like, every time I'm trying to learn how to speak French or Spanish or something, and this bird is giving me the same repetition, the same words every second, and like, it will not let me breathe. It will not let me do my thing. It's like, tweedle, 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 like, please, get a life. And then we got the iPhones during this era, and then we got the iPhone 4, the 5, like, this is what it looked like. You can zoom in on your TikTok if you're able to. Like, I'm not bad.
Girl.
Hunger Games, this era. Personally, I found the movies to be a bit of a snooze fest. They're not bad. They're just not for me, personally. And I do enjoy Dystopian, but this was a little too edgy for my taste. That's just my opinion. And one more thing before we go on to part 4. We have The Office. The Office ended during this era. This was one of my favorite shows ever, and this was a very sad moment that the show ended. But thankfully, we have Netflix, and anybody can watch The Office on Netflix in Canada. Sorry, Americans, if you're watching this, but you can find another streaming service like Peacock or something. You can watch The Office. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Go to part 4.